the guarantee. Glitz the guarantee. E&E. 2020.
Maximum volume.
What's your bullshit? Yeah, North and Glitz. These niggas know what time it is, man. We came here to talk our shit on this one. We gonna talk our shit on this one. We gave niggas a warning on the last joint. We did. Had to let niggas know we was here for sure. Yeah, we here now. Shout out all my E&E niggas. Stacks with the facts. Yes, sir. Rain Money. Yes, sir. King L. Yes, sir. John Boy. Yes, sir. My nigga North is a sick. What up, sick? I'm Glitz the guarantee. And I'ma talk my shit, man. Hey, we gonna talk our shit on this one. Sick. Holla at it.
Mr. Money Goggles. Implemented paper.
Yeah.
This sick will meet the creator. Let shorty grab stick. That's manual labor. She can get it later or in the elevator. She be working for a bill like a legislator. Blowing trees in the wind is all in my nature. Crazy Saber suits loud with colorful flavors. Dutch Master Palmer get. I like how it tastes. Since you blowing diesel with the gas accelerate. What's the deal? I got heart and diamonds to clutch. Seen him in the club with his ace. Then the Joker showed up. We the hottest in the game. You gotta scroll up. Kamikaze, Hiroshima. We bound to blow up. Heart check, cut them deep like they broke up. Straight killing them, man. Watch the casket close up.
But your boys E&E shit is plain and clear. 2020 vision, niggas thought the end was near, never that. Niggas will cut you off for that paper stack. Meanwhile, we counting this dough, watching this paper stack. Got what you need, go ahead and send them our way. Being real is something that's in you, that's what my dog say. Things coming in and out, shit like a driveway. Yeah. Deal of your life, my nigga, this Black Friday. Nigga. On deck, the back, got on my cleanup shoes. Hit the plate and swing for the fences, cause that's what hitters do. Sicker than most of you niggas, I'm spitting out the flu. Let you niggas tell it, I probably done had corona too. I've been lit, plus niggas know what the fuck
Tap
I do.
in, walk with us.
Till I die. My diamonds
It's Black Friday.
Blue. Come through and leave shit cold, nigga, I'm winner too. Hold my trophy up to the sky, cause that's what winners do. Blowing this gas to the heavens for fallen soldiers. You can never be on my level. Niggas be stuck on level 2. I'll be leveling up. All this money be pouring through. Making sure my shit is on
Tap in, walk
like
with us, y'all.
Size the game up. Told niggas our time was due. Now we burning everything down like Watts in 92. I've been hot since Capitol Park in 92. But your boys blazing this shit. Nigga, this what we do. But your boys E&E shit is plain and clear. 2020 vision, niggas thought the end was near. Never that. Niggas will cut you off for that paper stack. Meanwhile, we counting this dough.
XL Pro, what happened, man?
Got what you need, go ahead and send them our way. Being real is something that's in you. That's what my dog say. Things coming
It's Black
in
Friday,
and out,
man.
shit
What y'all
like a
doing,
driveway.
man?
Deal of your life, my nigga, this Black Friday.
Tap in, walk with us. It's Black Friday. Y'all know what it is. E&E Friday tonight. Friday night wrap up, but we getting there early side today. I'm on my 4-day weekend, chilling. Tap in, walk with me. We about to have this discussion. What y'all know about the mass shooting that just happened out here in my state of Ohio, right outside of Dayton, BEAVERCREEK. It's like less than an hour away from Columbus. We're going to talk about it. Tap in, walk with us. Smash that like button. Go subscribe to the page, man. Let's go. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the Butcher Boys, man. North is the sick. Glitz the guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah. Glitz the guarantee.
Y'all know what it is.
E&E.
Let's
With
go.
your boy shit. Glitz, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean no dates. Fuck around and end up gone, you getting misplaced. He ain't need the shit that I claim, you dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up to smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers.
And who comes a Hennessy? We on our shit independently.
When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard his self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like push the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day.
Glitch got my back,
Yeah,
you can copy that.
man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole thing red like a Republican. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubble.
Okay.
Put your boys E&E.
You in trouble, kid.
Add first 100 mil, you can double.
Let's go.
All the hustlers getting money, let it show.
Let's go.
Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Low, sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started these street blues, what I talk, boy, your blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turning to frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane outside. The little J gon' take over with my time side. Yeah, I get right to it.
My nigga, we beg your pardon.
We putting niggas back in boxes.
Yeah, they retarded.
My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the bull is clean. The Louis V look lean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot.
No vaccine.
If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the DDS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
sick.
go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's all
Hold on, man. Hold on. What's going on? Hold on. Playback pause because your account is being used in another location. Huh? What? The hell? How? I don't know what this is about, y'all. It's saying that playback pause because your account is being used in another location. I don't know what that's all about, but hopefully that'll clear up. Let's see something real quick. Huh? What? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let me have a seat real quick. What's going on? Hold on. I don't know what this is all about, y'all. Can y'all hear me? All right, y'all can hear me now, man. I don't know what that was all about. That ain't never happened before, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What up? You already know what it is, man. What it do, what it be, what it ain't. It's your brethren, your brother, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stats with the Facts. And we here, right? The day after, you know what I'm talking about, to have this discussion. Like I said, I was supposed to have this discussion on Wednesday, but I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? My lady came through, and, you know, we was relaxing, listening to that 3 Stacks, listening to that new Blue Moon. And I ain't gonna even sit here and lie to y'all, man. Brother Cole passed out. Next time I woke up, it was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that 3,000 gonna put you to sleep, man. I don't suggest you listen to it if you got something important to do. You know what I mean? If you got something important to do, you might want to fall back off of that 3 Stacks. You know, it might put you down. You feel me? But we here right now. We going in today. I'm gonna do a pre-recorded later today. You know what I'm talking about? Put y'all up on something that I got hit to. Do a pre-recorded, and then of course we got the show later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? With me and my brother King Els. You know, we got the Friday night wrap up coming on later on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm talking about? We encourage everybody to tap in, you know what I'm talking about, and walk with us. You did. We encourage that. We encourage everybody to tap in and walk with us. But what's going on with y'all, man? Did y'all enjoy yesterday with your family and your kinfolk and your loved ones, man? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you did. Hopefully you did, man. I hope that y'all did. You feel me? But today, we're going to have this discussion about this situation right here. You know, so now how many of y'all done heard about this situation in Ohio? How many of y'all done heard about this? Right? A lot of I wanted to, and it's good that I waited, because if I'd have did this the day that I was planning to, a lot of information that's out now, we wouldn't have been able to discuss. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Let's go.
We have a tweet from the Beaver Creek Police Department. They say this: police are on the scene of a shooting that occurred at the Walmart in Beaver Creek this evening. The building has been cleared and secured. There's no active threat at this time. Beaver Creek police are investigating and will release additional information once available. So, somewhat good news at the moment that the scene is secure. There is no longer an active threat at the Walmart there. Now, the local newspaper, I believe this is the Wright State Guardian, they tweet out this: according to a university-wide communication, there's currently an active incident at the Walmart in Beaver Creek. Please stay away from the area. Of course, that was Wright State University in the area. Now we know police saying that the scene is no longer active, that the space is secure there. But you can see that university in the area of this Walmart, Wright State University, kind of had to go into lockdown mode there for its students. Of course, we're on the precipice of the Thanksgiving Day holiday as well. So if we do get any law enforcement on camera with an update, we'll make sure to bring this to you as well. We're tracking this story. What is it? It's about 9:53 there on a Monday night in Beaver Creek, Ohio. And so hopefully we'll learn whether or not there was just one suspect or two suspects or more suspects. We just don't know that information just yet. There's reports circulating out there. We got to wait for our sources to confirm that. Plus, we don't know whether or not there were injuries, casualties, fatalities. That all comes in piecemeal in shooting situations like this. And unfortunately, we've covered several here on Live Now from Fox. So we will wait for law enforcement to confirm that. But like I said, the situation is secure. The building has been cleared. There is now no active threat at this time there in Beaver Creek.
See? I keep telling y'all, man, this stuff is going to continue to happen, right? With these shootings, man. It's par for the course. You know what I'm saying? They want to try.
All right, Andrew Kraft back here on camera. So we will wait if there is going to be a law enforcement press conference with police on the scene there in Beaver Creek, Ohio, outside that Walmart. The scene, you can see the yellow police tape up, the sirens of all those law enforcement vehicles flashing. But Beaver Creek police did say in that tweet, no longer an active threat, and the scene is secure. So we'll just have to wait and see who carried this out, whether or not they were taken into custody or are deceased, and whether or not there were multiple victims, casualties, and hopefully not, but fatalities. Usually that is kind of the order of information we get during these mass casualty incidents, and we'll just have to wait and see if it is, in fact, one of those there in Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Well, let's go. Now, this is from a couple of days ago when they just identified the guy. Let's go. On the screen right here. Let's go.
Investigators are trying to piece together what led to a mass shooting in Ohio. Police say a man walked into a Walmart last night in the town of Beaver Creek, just east of Dayton, and shot 4 people. He then apparently turned the gun on himself. NBC News correspondent Adrian Broaddus joins us now. So, Adrian, I know we just got an update from police in Ohio. What are they saying?
That's right, Clay, and members of law enforcement are still addressing the media, but I will start with the latest information. Investigators have identified that shooter. He is a 20-year-old man who has been identified as Benjamin Charles Jones. Investigators say he was a resident of Dayton, moved away, and then returned to the area about a year ago. As far as the victims, their race or ethnicity has not been identified. The shooter was identified as a white man, but the victims, at least 3 of them were female. The other was a male, all adults. Now, earlier in the day, we were telling you all that at least 3 of the victims were listed in critical condition. Their condition has upgraded to stable, but at least 1 person still remains stable, yet the condition is critical. The motive, that's what many people are wondering. Why did this 20-year-old shooter walk into that Walmart late last night and start firing? It's still unclear. That's a big piece of the investigation. We do know the initial call that came into 911, that person told dispatchers they saw this 20-year-old walk into the store with a gun. We heard from people who were inside shopping at the time. They still are stunned. One woman saying she's lucky to be alive. She recorded the aftermath and shared her account on social media. All of this happening just days before Thanksgiving. We do know, Zinclay, the 4 people who were shot were shoppers, not employees of the store, according to investigators. No threat to the community at this hour. The shooter, that 20-year-old, ended his life. Zinclay?
Adrian, just devastating, especially just days before Thanksgiving. I understand that police have also released body camera footage. Can you tell us any information about that?
Yeah, within less than 24 hours, we're already getting a look at that body cam video worn by one of the responding officers. On the video, you can hear the officer saying that we got him. During this news conference, it was asked, where was this 20-year-old found? According to investigators, the body of the 20-year-old shooter was near the vision area of that Walmart store. As far as the victims, they were found throughout the store and their injuries ranged. Zinclay?
Our newest NBC News correspondent, Adrian Broaddus, thank you so much for your coverage.
Yeah, man. You know, this guy, right? Benjamin Jones, 20 years old, right? At this point, no motive, you know. Nobody knows what's going on, why this guy decided to do this. What was his motive? You know, what drove him to do this? What could be the reason he did this? Right? You know,
JLR investigates. Come on in, everyone. All right, we're going to talk about Benjamin Charles Jones. Mystery man, 20 years old. Benjamin Charles Jones. There was a tragedy last night, folks. And this happened at a Walmart in BEAVERCREEK, Ohio. BEAVERCREEK, Ohio, according to a map, is east of Dayton, Ohio. So it's a suburb of Dayton. And another tragedy, folks. Another bad situation. And we're going to talk about this because the authorities have put out a bulletin and they want more information about this Benjamin Charles Jones. He also goes by Charles Jones and sometimes goes as Benjamin Jones, either or. The information that we got, and we're about to play a press conference to get more information about this and spread the word, but also get insight about this because once again, it's another tragedy and it's a shopping place where most people frequent, right? Walmart. And lately,
smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page.
Shootings have been occurring at these Walmarts across the country. Now, there's people injured.
What's up with these Walmarts, man? What's up with all these shootings going on at Walmart, man? Right? Now, as we sit here and discuss this and break this down, I want y'all to be aware of something. Now, this is starting to become very textbook. Very damn near textbook. Script book, if you would. Now all I'm looking for is a manifesto. You feel me? Because, you know, these guys always write these manifestos. He's 20 years young. For whatever reason, he decides to run up in a Walmart and shoot people and then kill himself. We don't have no corroboration of him offing himself. No footage. I'm pretty sure there's footage inside of the Walmart. Why haven't we been shown that? There's no footage. Or should I say we haven't been shown that yet. And you would think that that's footage that would be, you know, saying that would be exposed to us, but you know, for some reason it's not. As is always with these situations, there's always more questions than it is answers. You feel me? Let's go.
It's been very, very worse. Technically, this wasn't a mass shooting, but it was a mass shooting, right?
That's what I said too. But I said technically, 4 people got shot. The only person who allegedly died or was killed is the shooter. Everybody's in stable to decent condition, and we still haven't got to see the surveillance footage from the Walmart. So that's very suspect too. Let's go.
There and let me give you some information. BEAVERCREEK Police Department Dispatch Center received the first 911 call of a male who walked into Walmart with a high .45 caliber long gun on November 20, 2023 at 8:36 p.m. last night. As the dispatcher was gathering information, the caller stated the man, later identified as Benjamin Charles Jones of Dayton, Ohio, began shooting unprovoked. Officers were dispatched within 1 minute, and the first 2 officers arrived on the scene at 8:39. So they arrived quickly, 3 minutes. Folks.
Yeah, that's pretty fast, man. You feel me? So what does that tell me? That tell me that the more frequent we have these so-called mass shootings, active shooters situation, that goes to tell me that that they're getting better at responding to these things, which means that, man, which could only mean or give validity to people who would think or say that these things are staged. Because it's almost like I said, it's like textbook. Now all we waiting for is to hear that this young dude had a manifesto as to why he went up in Walmart shooting innocent people because he's disgruntled with American society and white male, whatever this is called, white male, whatever is going on, you know. Come on, man. Tighten up, man. Open up your eyes, man.
BEAVERCREEK police officers heard a gunshot and advanced towards the threat, locating the shooter who was on the ground with a self-inflicted gunshot wound 842. No responding police officers discharged their weapons. The gunman shot and injured 4 adults. 3 females and 1 male. As of 2 p.m. Tuesday, 3 victims were listed in stable condition. 1 victim remaining critical yet stable. Wow. Right? This could happen at home, folks. Anywhere, you know, it's not safe anymore. So you just got to be vigilant when you go out. But we're going to play the press conference, and we're going to get some more insight. We're going to share this story. So let's roll. Let's rock and roll.
This the press conference. Let's go. Y'all smash that like button. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page. Uncle Diggity, what's happening, man? You hear about this, Uncle Diggity? Shooting in my state. Dayton, Ohio, Beaver Creek, right outside of Dayton. This dude, Benjamin Jones, 20-year-old white boy, decided to go up in Walmart, blasting, allegedly turned the gun on himself, allegedly. We ain't got the manifesto. They ain't said if they found his manifesto yet. Huh? This stuff is starting to become stupid, silly for real, man.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bob Stone. I'm the mayor of Beaver Creek. First and foremost, we wish to say our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and the families affected by this horrific act. Tragedy struck our beloved community Monday evening, and in the face of adversity, the strength of our community shines through. I extend our deepest gratitude to our first responders, especially the Beaver Creek Police Department and Beaver Creek Township Fire Department, as well as all the collaborating jurisdictions whose swift and coordinated efforts undoubtedly saved lives and minimized the impact of this devastating event. Together, we unite in support and resilience during these challenging moments. Now I'd like to pass the podium on to Pete Landrum, Beaver Creek City Manager.
Pete Landrum, City Manager of Beaver Creek. I join Mayor Stone in expressing our collective thoughts and prayers for the victims and their families affected by the tragic event that has unfolded. Chief Fiorita, unfortunately, is out of state and unable to be here with us today. However, I want to assure you that both I and the entire command staff have been in constant communication with him. We have complete confidence in Acting Police Chief Captain Chad Lindsay and the department's entire command staff to navigate this challenging situation. In the wake of this incident, our focus extends beyond the immediate response.
Right.
The well-being of our police officers and first responders is paramount. Our police wellness programs and established protocols are actively engaged to support them as they deal with the emotional impact of this event. It's crucial to note that this is an ongoing investigation and information is still in the process of being gathered. The situation is fluid and the details are evolving as the teams work diligently to gather the necessary facts. At this point, I'd like to...
This is the reason why, y'all, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do the show when I planned to do it regarding this subject, because all this information that we about to hear now just wasn't available, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 days ago, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of good that what happened. So now we're going to get the full scoop. So we got as much information as we possibly know. Now, y'all hear me speak on these things all the time. I keep telling y'all that HR 1955 is in full effect, and that is the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. The reason why we keep getting hit with this stuff right here, y'all, right? And I want y'all to understand how things in our society are made to happen to create situations where stuff like this can happen. Now, I'm pretty sure once we hear about this guy, Benjamin Jones, he's going to have some type of mental health history. Maybe he comes from, you know what I mean? Maybe he has like behavioral issues from when he was a child. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe, you know, some situation when he was in school, or maybe he's one of these guys who's feeling like there's a white males are being targeted and all this crazy stuff, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, textbook stuff all being used as a disguise and a ploy, right, to usher in HR 1955 protocols on this anti-terrorism shit, man. Basically desensitizing the pre-programming us into understanding that we are considered domestic terrorists or home. See, they don't call us domestic terrorists no more. They call us homegrown terrorists. Right? My man Uncle Diggity say, these shooters are the operatives helping to put things in place. Gotta be some MK Ultra at this point in my book. Exactly, Uncle Diggity. I feel the same way, bro. Like I say, y'all gotta understand, over and out of understand how society is geared in towards a certain way to create the environments for people like Benjamin to be and develop into the people who they become, so they can do the things that they do in order to hit at our emotional heartstrings. Problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialectic, right? So we could react in a certain way, right? Present the problem, present the problem, manufactured, however you look at it. I don't want y'all to think that everything is a conspiracy theory, but understand how society is programmed and set up to create the situation for creating people like Benjamin Jones here, right? So they can be used as shock troops, non-witting, unwitting agent provocateurs, rabble rousers, right? Agents of destruction and confusion to commit crimes like this. So when we see it, we get emotionally drawn in for lots of reasons. There's another white dude went up in the store shooting black people. Let's just say that, right? That's going to pull out our emotional heartstrings, getting us on some separatist, divisive stuff based off of this being done by a white boy who killed black people. We're not even sure if this is the situation with this here. I'm just using this as an example. This is how these things are being used to bring about certain situations. So when we get presented with these problems, most of them manufactured, they'll get a certain reaction, heartstrings emotionally pulled racially. Why is another white boy allowed to just go get a gun so easily? He's clearly had mental problems. He wrote the manifesto and he went up in Walmart and killed some niggas, right? Divide and conquer, y'all. I want y'all to understand this stuff. Yeah, there you go, Uncle Diggity. Manufacture war between sides and offer the solution. Yeah, Hegelian dialectic, like I just said, man. My nigga Uncle Diggity know what it is, man. Y'all know who George Hegel is? He worked for the Rothschilds, right? Y'all know who this guy is? This guy came up with the Hegelian dialectic, right? Or what we call today problem, reaction, solution, right? Which I just briefly broke down for y'all. Right? Right? How the problem, reactions, or Hegelian dialectic paradigm works. The government creates or exploits a problem, then attributes the blame to others. Let's walk this down slow, y'all. Right? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Ain't too many people gonna sit up here and break these things down like this, man. Ain't too many gonna sit up here and break these things down, let alone have the ability to do it, right? How many of y'all have heard of the Hegelian dialectic? It is a revised version of Pythagoras' a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is where you hear me talk about controlled chaos, disaster capital, right? Chaos theory, game theory. Now let's walk this down slow. How the problem, reaction, solution, or Hegelian dialectic, and I just showed y'all who George Hegel is. George Wilhelm, look, his name is George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. Yes, he's a German. Austrian to be exact, Prussian by nationality, under the employ of the Rothschild family. And he was used, right, to create this paradigm, right, and put it in a way to where it could be taught in the various universities, colleges in Eastern Europe. And this is where the communist doctrine originates. Where you think Trotsky and Lenin and all them guys, where you think they learned this stuff from? Right? Tap in, walk with us, y'all. Now let's walk this to number one. The government creates or exploits a problem, then attributes blame to others. In the case of the Beaver Creek, Dayton, Ohio shooting, Benjamin Jones, right? Number two, the populace reacts by asking the government for protection to help solve this problem. This stuff keeps happening. We can't take this anymore. What are y'all going to do about it? This guys just keep running up in Walmarts, killing innocent people, specifically innocent black people, these disgruntled, mentally disturbed white guys who can just go up into any store, purchase guns, military style guns, any gun show, purchase these weapons, no background checks, no nothing. Most of these guys have mental dysfunction history, mental health issues. Yeah. Most of these guys are socially awkward and have issues with the way things are going in society, specifically online. Remember, I told y'all in HR 1955 that they say one of the main tools that's going to be used or is used to spread ideologically based violence, violent radicalization, and homegrown terrorism is the internet. Right? So number two is the populace reacts by asking the government for protection to help to solve the problem. This can't keep happening. And that's 9/11 right here is a problem, reaction, solution poster piece. Right? What are y'all going to do about it? And number three, the government offers a solution that was planned by them long before the crisis occurred. So, like I say, man, they already know. They have the solutions. They got multiple solutions, right? Multiple solutions. They got at least 5 to 8 of them. And they'll slide a mixture of them all through the media just to see what we'll accept or go along with. Case in point, after 9/11, we get the Patriot Act. Then we get the Military Commissions Act. Then not too long after that, we get the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorist Prevention Act. And all these acts of Congress that we don't even have no say-so in or on. Right? Now let's go back to Beaver Creek, man. Right? With this guy, Benjamin Jones. You know? I just wanted to show y'all that real quick just to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, this stuff is a lot deeper than what we, you know, willing to maybe even accept as being possible, man. You know, I just want to challenge y'all to think outside the box, man. You feel me? Let's go.
Introduce Acting Police Chief Captain Chad Lindsay, who will provide additional updates and insights to the ongoing efforts to manage and respond to this tragic event.
On behalf of the Beaver Creek Police Department and Chief of Police Jeff Fiorita, our prayers go out to the victims and their families of this tragic event, as well as all those who have been impacted by the senseless violence that occurred last night. On November 20th, 2023 at 8:36 p.m., Beaver Creek Police Department Dispatch Center received the first 911 call of a male who walked into Walmart with a rifle. As the dispatcher was gathering information, the caller stated the man, later identified as 20-year-old Benjamin Charles Jones of Dayton, Ohio, started shooting. Officers were dispatched within 1 minute, and the first two officers arrived on scene at 8:39 p.m. Beaver Creek police officer.
So they did get there pretty fast. And my thing is this, though. Why? What led to this? Let's go.
Heard gunshots.
Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, converse amongst yourself in the comment section. You need share your social engineering.
At 8:42 p.m.
Subscribe to the page, click on the bell.
The gunman had shot and injured 4 adult victims, 3 females and 1 male. The victims were transported to area hospitals. As of 2 p.m. Tuesday, 3 victims are listed in stable condition.
So
1 victim is still critical, but also in stable condition.
Okay, that's what's up.
Medics with the Beaver Creek Fire Department were staged at 8:39 p.m. and arrived on scene at 8:43 p.m., with transports to local hospitals occurring minutes later. During this time, officers with the Beaver Creek Police Department, along with assistance of several local agencies, continued to clear the building and secured the scene at 9:14 p.m. I want to commend our dispatchers, officers, and fire personnel for their quick response to confront the threat and treat the victims within minutes of the first call.
Crazy, man.
Along with assistance from local law enforcement partners, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, and FBI responded to assist.
Whoa. Hold on. Now, that's very interesting. All right. Now, that's very interesting right there. Hold on. I got to stop right there. The ATF and the FBI is involved with this. Let me tell y'all something. If the FBI and the ATF is in on this situation, I almost guarantee you they're going to try to connect old Benjamin Jones here to some type of white male, right-wing, Christian, nationalist, fake, trying to call them terrorist group. Watch what I'm telling y'all. They're going to say that he was violently radicalized by stuff he was looking at on the internet. They're going to say that Benjamin was being indoctrinated by the white male replacement theory. They're going to say that he was afraid of he was losing. You know, listen, what I'm telling you, this stuff is starting to become too easy to just tear apart, man. You hear me? Just let me know this stuff is heavily scripted. And they're trying to convince us that this stuff is some random shit that's just happening out of the blue and try to desensitize us and preemptively program us to making and accepting this shit as being normal when it's not. And I ain't buying it, and you ain't fooling me. Let's go.
This collection and investigation, which is still ongoing. The Beaver Creek Police Department would like to thank all of our law enforcement partners for their assistance and support
Plenty of
during this
excuses, bro.
tragedy, as well as the support that we continue to receive from the community. At this point, I want to draw your attention. We're going to show the body camera video from the first responding officer. You'll see that he arrives at Walmart and is entering the building. As he enters the building, he is searching for the shooter. And at 59 seconds, you'll hear one gunshot. The officer then
Lance Parker, what happened, man?
To that threat, and then locates the shooter down at the scene.
This is the footage they showing us from the cops' body cam.
Where's he at?
Hold on, so this is weird, y'all. Y'all can go look this up, though, man. YouTube been tripping lately, so we got to box very cleverly nowadays, y'all. Right? YouTube been bugging, so we got to box very cleverly, right? And I just realized what the situation was earlier. I had the Butcher Boys pulled up on my computer as well as on my phone. That's why it says playing on the same. So, you know, I know I can't do that, though, but YouTube been bugging lately. That's why I just been showing y'all still images, and I'm playing the audio on a separate device. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it like that. Y'all bear with me. You know what I'm saying? When there's content I can show, I'm going to show it. But just to be on the safe side, I'm not, you know, we got to be safe. We got to box cleverly. You did? Now, what y'all listening to is the audio as well as the visual, but I'm not going to show it to y'all because of that, what I just said. But this is the footage from the cops in Beaver Creek body cam. And it's showing him going into the Walmart to assess the situation. You know what I'm talking about? And he happens to come upon the deceased body of allegedly Benjamin Jones here. Now, mind you, he went in by himself, no backup. He doesn't know if there's another shooter. He doesn't know if anybody's hit or not. He doesn't, you know, it's allegedly 4 people shot. You don't hear anybody screaming. You don't hear nobody saying over here, I'm shot, I'm hurt. There's none of that. Just pay attention and tap in. Walk with us, man. Roll you something up. Pull you something up. Goddamn it. Tap in, walk with us, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. This stuff is becoming textbook, y'all. It's not random. It's not something that's happened out of the blue. It's being specifically done in a specific way. And if you got eyes to see, you can see it. Let's go. Smash that like button. It's showing you the perspective, the point of view, as if you were playing Call of Duty or something. When you look at this body cam footage, it's showing you first person point of view, as if you're in the shooter. Pay attention to that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. We got work off today, paid day off, man. Let's kick it and go in, man. We're going to chop this thing up and dissect it. Let's go. We're going to open up the panel in about 10, 15 minutes. And let me tell y'all, man, this is an episode on Black Mirror, y'all. Let me come up for you. It's an episode on Black Mirror on Netflix, right? And it's called, I think it's called Angel. And it's about technology that parents could get to install into their children's brain to prevent them from seeing certain things. It's like a censorship thing. So the little girl who had it, her mom blocked her from seeing things that would cause her to become afraid or anxiety or whatever. So when she walked past the dog, she has the chip in her brain. So when she sees the dog and hears the dog barking, it bleeps the dog's barking out and it blurs the dog's image or, you know what I'm saying, of the dog barking out. So when she's looking at the dog, it looks blurred out. You got to check it out, man. And that is the same. I'm telling y'all that. The reason why I'm speaking on that is because this footage from the cop's body cam, when it comes upon what is allegedly Benjamin Jones's body, it has the exact same type of blockout pattern that was on Black Mirror. It's identical. And I think that just caught my attention right there. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, walk with us, though, man. You know what I'm talking about? Sounds like and all that, man.
Got him. Four 38 shooters out.
I would now like to.
Right, and I just think that was suspect because, you know, allegedly there's 4 people in here shot, 4 adults. You don't hear any screaming, you don't hear any hollering, you don't hear any yelling, you don't see the cops coming across any of the victims who are injured. It's like the cop went straight in and went straight to where allegedly Benjamin Jones was. There's no footage of them going to go check on the victims who are hit or shot to make sure they're okay, if they're alive, if they're dying or critical or what. They went straight in to where allegedly this guy's body was to find his body unresponsive. That in itself is suspect. It's been 4 days and we haven't seen any of the surveillance footage from inside the Walmart, which is questionable. They can show us the footage from the cop's body cam, but we haven't been shown the footage of inside the Walmart, which I'm pretty sure there's numerous amounts of cameras with this dude on them if he was up in there doing all that. I'm positive. From the outside to the inside of the Walmart. Walmarts are heavily surveilled. Believe that. They have cameras on the outside and on the inside. Understand, when you step on Walmart property, you are on camera. I want y'all to know that. You are on camera. You go to a Walmart, you're being filmed. I want you to understand and know that. Yes, you are. Let's go.
Rinka Delver, who is the Assistant Special Agent in charge for the FBI's Cincinnati Field Office.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to start with making sure that the families and victims know that they're in our prayers, and we have sympathy for them, and we support them in their recovery. I also want to commend our partners at the Beaver Creek Police Department, Greene County Sheriff's Office, Fire Department, EMS, and all other agencies that responded last night. And they responded in handling this crisis very quickly and worked to assist those who were injured very fast. The FBI is currently supporting and assisting the Beaver Creek Police Department in their investigation. And as they continue to look at the crime scene, the FBI is currently looking at the shooter, his background, his motivation, and possible connections. We are very, very early.
Possible connections. What did I tell y'all? Look, I'm telling y'all what they're going to say about this boy, man. It's textbook, man. It's too predictable. I've seen this over and over again. Right? And they always going to have him allegedly committing suicide so we don't get to see or hear from them. except with the allegedly their dead body, right? Notice how when the cop was walking in there, you didn't hear anybody screaming, "Oh, I'm shot, I'm hit, I'm over here." Oh, at this point, they are insulting our intelligence, y'all. They're seeing how much we just going to accept of this shit and just accept what they're telling us without asking any questions. Where's the footage from the Walmart? Outside, inside. Why weren't nobody screaming when the cop came in? Why didn't the cop go assess the alleged victims to see if they were okay? Why was there only one cop dispatched inside of this Walmart? Why wasn't it at least 2 to 3, which is actually typical protocol for an active shooter situation? What y'all know about that? See, I do my due diligence, man. I do my research. Now that they have this active shooter thing going on, all police agencies in America, all of them, have been given the protocols of how to respond in active shooter situations. One of the protocols is when approaching an establishment that is likely involved with an active shooting situation, 2 to 3 armed officers are to be dispatched inside to assess the situation. Never one officer by themselves. Why? 2 to 3. One can assess, right, and go help the victims, while the other one goes sees with the so-called assailant or assailants, and the other one is there to assist. Minimum of 2 to 3, up to 5. This is military tactics being applied to the police. This is what we call logistics, military logistics, right? How many of y'all knew that? So the one question I got, one out of the many, is why was this officer sit up in there by himself? Why was he had no backup? How did they know it was only one shooter? How did they didn't know it was more than one? They're gonna just send you up in there naked by yourself with a AR-15. You hear me, Dolly? You don't know if, as soon as you don't know if how many people up in there, or do you? Right? Tap in, walk with us. Hey, ask the questions, y'all. Don't just be accepting this stuff because they tell us, man. HR 1955 is in full effect, right? Tap in, let's go.
This process of looking at the motivation and this process of investigating. So I just want to mention that we're early. The FBI will continue to thoroughly investigate this matter while we're supporting our partners. With that, I would like to ask the public if they can assist the FBI in this investigation and our partners at BEAVERCREEK. But
why do they need us to help them? That's what we pay taxes for. Why do y'all need our assistance? We don't know nothing about this shit. Only people can help you is his damn family, maybe a couple of his friends if he got any. How the hell we gonna help? What do we know? We don't know, Benjamin. We ain't from Dayton. We ain't from BEAVERCREEK. How the hell could we possibly help and assist with this? That's y'all's job to figure all that stuff out, man. You know, ain't nobody about to play detective with this stuff, man. Y'all supposed to be able to figure all that out. The ATF, the FBI is involved with this. I'm telling y'all, whenever the FBI and the ATF is involved with something, it's almost always going to have something to do with domestic, or what they call now homegrown terrorism. Think back to David Koresh and the Branch Davidians. Think back to Timothy McVeigh. Think back to Klebo and the other boy from Columbine. Think back to the shooter right up here in Buffalo not too long ago. Right? With these manifestos. these well thought out, intricate, well-read, well-written manifestos explaining why these guys feel the way they feel and took the actions they took as in some type of philosophical, philanthropic, patriotical, display of their, I'm talking about their opposite, their feelings towards the government or whatever, right? Y'all gotta be able to see through this stuff, man. That's why guys like me here to sit up here and do it, man. And we're gonna drop this link, so anybody want to come up, add to this, talk about it, whatever. Y'all know how we do it over here, man. We chop it up about real shit over here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You know what I'm saying? I got hella love. Yeah, Unabomber. Yeah, my man Timothy. What's my man's name? What's his name? The Unabomber. What's his name? Kaczynski, Ted Kaczynski. You feel me? A very brilliant, intelligent man, right? My man Ted Kaczynski. You feel me? And now we got Benjamin Jones. I'm just waiting for them to tell us this guy has a manifesto. All right, let's go.
Calling the FBI and providing any tips by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or by going online and going to our tip line, tips.gov.fbi. At this time, that's all I have. Like I said, we are at very early stages of this investigation. And again, I want to thank our partners for amazing work last night and for their support. Thank you.
We'll now open up the questions.
Any idea what kind of rifle was used by the shooter?
Yeah, it was a high point 45 caliber carbine long gun.
Man, hold on, stop. Uncle Diggity, did you just hear what this dude just said? So you mean to tell me this nigga? And I don't mean to laugh, y'all, because this ain't funny. People got shot, they're hurt. Pretty sure they're traumatized by this. It's not a laughing matter. So you mean to tell me, Benjamin here ran up in the Walmart with a high point 45 rifle? And he was able to shoot 4 people with that piece of shit? Crazy. Listen here, man. Now I know some bullshit to this story. Now, they said he ran up in there with a AR-15, an M1, M16, I'm talking about something like that. I'm talking about an SK, I'm talking about something like that. They said this nigga ran up in Walmart. Uncle Diggity. Let me show y'all what they say this man ran up in Walmart with, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anybody know anything about guns? They know that they make the shittiest guns you could ever think of. Now, don't get me wrong, they work and they operate, but probably not for long. So you mean to tell me this boy sat up there, ran up in Walmart with a high point 45 long rifle, and it didn't jam up on him? Speedy recovery to everybody who got hit. Clearly he wasn't in there shooting to get rid of anybody, to delete anybody, or he just was a bad shot. I don't know. They still not saying what happened. They should know by now, man. This happened on Monday. They should know by now. They could tell us if this was did he die from a self-inflicted wound? How did he die? How do we know it was self-inflicted? They're not even divulging that information to us. Like I said, the footage from inside the Walmart and outside the Walmart is very detrimental. We need to see that footage so we can make a good assessment, so we can make sure what they're telling us is official, that it was actually this Benjamin Jones, if this is person's real name, even doing what they're telling us this person did. Who is Benjamin Jones? Who's his mother? Who's his father? Who he connected to? Look at they said his connections. You see how they setting the story up? Now watch when they, man, I'm not even going to do no digging, y'all. I'm going to just sit back and let it play out so y'all can see. They're going to say that Benjamin was radicalized by some stuff on the internet about white male replacement theology, ideology. You know, they're going to say he was a low-key white supremacist, or, you know, he was being racially motivated by content he was seeing online, Red Pill, Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels. Listen, man. I've been doing some research on what happened with Kev, man. I told y'all I knew it was something strange with Kev. I ain't going to speak too much on it right now. But when I get done doing this research, man, I'm telling y'all, man. I knew it. I'm gonna just say this. Rest in the essence to Kev, man. I knew it was something to it, though. Right? We're gonna that's another topic for another day. Shout out to Gators, man. Another topic for another day, man. Uncle Diggity, this nigga ran up in Walmart allegedly with a high .45 long body, man. Oh my God. Seriously? This story is fluky from now, seriously fluky from now on out.
And did he get that? Did the shooter? Have you been looking back around to see if they obtained it legally, that kind of thing?
That's part of what we're investigating now. We're still in the process of that.
Right? It's crazy, ain't it, Uncle D? This shitty ass pistol. He was able to get this off with this shitty ass pistol. I mean, look at it though. Doesn't it look like some bullshit though? Hey, but I guess if you keep your high point clean and all of that, man, you know, I guess it'll operate for you it'll operate for you. Yeah. You seen it, Uncle Diggity? Don't it seem strange though? I mean, he woke up in a Walmart. The Walmart wasn't empty. It was only like 9:30 or 8:30 or something, like some shit. It wasn't even 9 o'clock at night. So people was in the Walmart. I guess they evacuated it, but what about the people that got shot? What about Benjamin? What happened with him? Who shot him? Did he get shot? Where's the footage? Why haven't we been shown? Why can't we see the cop cam footage, but we can't see the Walmart footage? And they just sit up here and told us that this boy Benjamin that sit up there and run in Walmart with a goddamn high .45 long body. As if this is a good weapon of choice. Because you got to understand that somebody is willing to do something like run up in a Walmart with a gun, randomly shooting people. They have to contemplate and anticipate that at some point the police are going to respond. So that means they're prepared to bang it out with the police. Anybody who was really on that would not choose this as a weapon of choice to possibly potentially have to bang it out with the cops over, man. Trust me. That in itself right there lets me know that this is some fuckery. And you already know, Lance Parker, man. He didn't even look for folks that got. That's what I'm saying, Uncle Diggy. Like he went straight to where the shooter was. Like come on, man. Walmart footage is definitely going to be redacted. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we can't continue to allow this stuff to pull at our emotional heartstrings and to trick us, man. Emotionally manipulate us into going along with whatever's connected with what they want us to go along with this situation. Restriction on guns. Police in the Walmart. You know, robots in Walmart. We kind of already being desensitized to that. When you go to Walmart, they got a huge section where you do self-checkout. I want y'all to understand that is preemptively programming you, perceptually programming you to interact with machines. Understand that. I want y'all to understand that and the significance of that. Right? Terrible choice of arms, man, to know that you probably going to pop. I mean, think about what I'm saying, Lance Parker, bro. You about to possibly, potentially bang it out with the cops. You got to know that you're not going to be able to do that with a 45 caliber long nose high point rifle. Not the weapon of choice. Highly likely to jam. I mean, poorly constructed. The shittiest materials used to construct it. And it don't even feel like ergonomic in your hands or nothing. Like, it feel awkward in your hands when you hold one of these damn guns, man. I would rather have a knife than have a high point. That's just me personally. You know. But some of y'all who don't know about guns, y'all see the price point on these joints and get them, not understanding that there's a reason why a high point costs $100. It's the reason why this high point 45 caliber rifle only costs $169.99. Let's go, man. You did.
Relationship between the shooter and the 4 individuals who were injured.
Also under investigation. Still trying to
tell us anything about the motive?
The FBI is working on that as part of their investigation. So yeah, I don't have.
Don't it though, Uncle Diggity, man? Look like a pistol with a bunch of goofy looking ass attachments to it, man. That's exactly what it is too. It just look goofy. Like this shit right here, that shit just look goofy. That nigga said like a pistol with a bunch of silly attachments. My man, Uncle Diggy, that's my nigga. He said silly attachments. Let's go, y'all.
Information on that at this point.
How many shots were fired total in there, do you think?
That is also still under investigation.
They don't know how many shots. Yeah, damn you, Call of Duty.
More than 10, more than a dozen?
I don't have that exact. I can't give you that estimate at this point.
So they know what type of gun he had, right? So they know what type of gun he had. Clearly, they confiscated the gun. They can't tell how many rounds were shot. Don't you think that was something that they would be able to know off top as soon as they get the gun and take the clip out and they can see, well, the gun holds this many bullets, but this many bullets is, right? Did he have enough bullets? It's like I said, it's too many questions, man, that they should have answers. It's not even that there's too many. It's questions that they should have the answers to that they don't have the answers to. Why weren't we shown the footage inside and outside of the Walmart as fast as we were shown the footage of this body cam from this alleged officer who went up in a Walmart after a live active shooting by himself without his standard backup? Why does everything that has been planned, legalized, how can I say it, legislatively made to happen, how come everything that was supposed to happen that normally would happen in this situation didn't happen? Those are the questions y'all got to start asking yourself in these situations, man. Let's go.
Have you had any contact with him before? That's still part of what we're looking into. It's part of his background and possible motivations.
For the FBI, what information are you looking for? We want people to tell you what they call it.
If they know anything about the shooter, we understand that shooter was resident of Dayton, had moved to Dayton probably a year ago. So not recent, not fully resident here for years.
So now he ain't even from Dayton?
So if they have any information about the shooter, his associates, potential motives, anything like that.
Was
20 years
here, and did he have a record, do you know?
He's 20 years old. What type of associates do you think he has at 20? Right? If he's 20. Let's go.
He was from here and then not recently, moved and came back here.
You know where he was before he did that?
He was a resident of Dayton. That's all we know.
Do you know, 20 years old, was he a student anywhere? Was he attending school?
We don't have that information.
Do you have any
Mr. O, my Joe from Chicago, what had him, man?
Overnight and what led to those locations?
Yeah, part of the investigation we did with the FBI's assistance, conduct a search warrant at his residence. And so, we're in the process of gathering that. His vehicle was also in the parking lot, so that's part of the search warrant process also, and investigation.
Is that the vehicle you towed this morning, the pickup truck?
I don't know exactly when that was towed. It would have been probably early morning hours at some point.
Do we know if he had a record, any history?
That's part of the investigation, to find out exactly what all, if there's any history with him in terms of criminal history.
Did he have any family in this area? Since he was from Dayton?
He did.
Family. And you've been in contact with them?
Yep, that's all part of it. Family, talk about any witnesses that we can, that we have, all of that.
Speaking of the pickup truck that was in the lot, do you have any information about how long he may have been there? There's been reports that maybe he was sitting there for a couple hours before he went inside.
I don't have that right now.
Based on what you know about the victims, would you say that this could have been a targeted attack?
I don't have any information about that. Obviously, that's going to be part of the investigation, but I can't comment on it.
Were the victims shoppers, or were they employees, or a mix?
Do you want to comment on that?
Sure. I'm Captain Scott Molnar. I'm the commander of the Investigations Division at the Beaver Creek Police Department. At this point in time, all 4 victims have been identified as shoppers. No employees, from what we know so far, were injured during the incident.
So allegedly, Benjamin sat up there and just started shooting random people. He wasn't having no specific targets. He ain't had no specific target. He just said, I'm going to just pull up in here. I'm going to just blow up in here and just start blaming motherfuckers, man. First people I see, I'm capping them. First person I see, boom, clapping them. Off top. Y'all believe that, man? You know what I'm saying? Sit up there and hit the link if y'all want to come up here on this goddamn panel and have a discussion about this, man. If you're not, that's cool too. You did. But understand what I be talking about when I talk about violent radicalization, y'all. I talk about homegrown terrorism, ideologically based violence. HR 1955, man, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. That's what all of this stuff falls under. Understanding when we see this type of stuff, we're being violently radicalized. Now when we just let it come to find out, so I'm talking with my lady the other day, and we talking about this situation. When I first heard about my work, I'm like, man, they just ran up in some place in Beaver Creek and shot somebody, man. I was like, man, I was like, some white dude. I said, some white dude. She said, how you know it's a white boy? I said, I bet you $20 right now. Whoever did this in Beaver Creek, I guarantee you was a white boy. I put money on it. It was a white. Now I emphasize on the boy too. And if she was right here, she would tell y'all. We had this conversation. She wouldn't lie or perk. I said it's gonna be a white boy, a young white boy too. It ain't gonna be no old white dude. It's gonna be a young white boy who just sit up there and did this. And look at it, young white boy, 20 years young. No racial profiling. It's the reason why they use young white males specifically. If you pay attention, as of lately, doing these heinous mass shootings. It's the reason why they're doing that. Let's go, man.
And up this morning, you had 3 in critical, now just 1 in critical, so they are improving. So their injuries are not as life-threatening. Is that what you're saying?
Their condition is improving from where it was earlier. The indications that we had yesterday evening, there was definitely some concern, but they were all transported quickly by the Beaver Creek Fire Department. Therefore, their medical condition is improving steadily.
I know you said 3 females, 1 male. Do you know the gender of the person who remains in critical condition at this hour?
I believe that is the female.
Was she shot in the head?
No.
Can you talk a little bit about where those shots may have been? You know, were they body cavities, extremities?
I can say that the shots were largely random. So they ranged throughout all different parts of the body, and that is.
So if the shots were random, you know, we could contest that if actually this was Benjamin doing the shooting, that he just was in there on some old just wow. He just went up in there and just started shooting shit. He wasn't aiming. He just, you know, seen somebody pointed out and start shooting. He ain't specifically aiming. Like, let's say, strategic. He just more or less just probably pointed and started shooting in their direction. All right. It's crazy, man. Let's go.
In a sensitive part of the investigation that we're not going to release right now.
How about approximate ages?
That I don't have at this point in time.
Adults.
Yeah, all adults.
Where was Mr. Jones's body found?
His body was found just behind the Vision Center in Walmart.
And he had other where in the store were the victims?
Throughout the store, different locations in the store.
Not one particular place.
Correct.
Notice that we didn't see any body cam footage of the cops securing any victims that possibly potentially were shot. I just think that's strange, man. You know, that's just me. Maybe y'all might not think that. Let's go.
Went out in the cereal aisle. Is that not true? Is that not where this happened or where it started? Or
I have to look at the report in more detail. There's so much going on last night. I can't remember exactly where it was.
You're still looking for a motive, obviously, and you're still gathering those materials. But, you know, did the shooter post anything online, anything on social media? Were there any warning signs that were out there, a manifesto, anything he might have written?
At this point, it's really too early for us to comment on that. I don't want to be guessing here. This just happened less than 24 hours ago. We're still collecting all the evidence, so I can't really fully answer that.
What do we know about the weapons or the ammo he might have had? How many guns did he have? Just the one? Did he have more ammo? Some of these guys come in geared up. What was this guy's situation?
Yeah, he just had the one gun, and we're working on determining, you know, amount of ammo and what else he may have.
You believe that this?
Yeah, man, there's a lot going on into this investigation, man. This boy Benjamin has stood up here and did some shit, man. You know? This is crazy, man. This happened right outside of Dayton, Ohio, man. Let me put it up on the map for y'all so y'all can get a better, you know what I'm talking about, understanding. You know, Beaver Creek ain't too far from, you know, Columbus. You know, take 70 west, past Springfield. You know, take this little right, take it right to Beaver Creek. Dayton's right here. You feel me? You know, tap in and walk with us, man. You know what I'm talking about? Actually, not there. Just over there where Wright State University is at. You know. Let's go.
A racially motivated attack.
We're looking for the motivation. That's why we're working on this investigation with Beaver Creek. But we don't know if it was racially motivated or not this time.
He's a white male?
He is a white male.
Question for Mayor Stone. Obviously, this is the same store where John Crawford III was shot in 2014. Does this bring back a lot of memories, touch a nerve for this community?
Well, they can't help but bring back memories. It's, you know, it's a tragedy all in itself, though. This is the tragedy we are grieving for. And it's a shame in this way that it has to be compared to the previous shooting. But no, we are grieving and investigating this particular shooting. Thank you.
And then what do you say, to people who are getting to the point where they're afraid to go out in public because of these kind of things happening? Are there any comments about that?
Huh? You
I
hear
understand
that?
those concerns. Obviously, when you see situations like this happen, and it's always one of those things where you don't think it can happen in your community. So anytime it does, it's shocking, it's tragic, and it's just another example of, the need for people to just be aware of what's going on. The response to this was so fast. We had people calling in, and everybody just came together to handle this situation as quickly as possible. And as part of that, we always feel the support from the community, and we know that they're there to support and assist us. So, like I said, it's just a tragic incident, and it's something that we'll continue to train and prepare. Hoping it never happens, but realizing that it's always a possibility.
You know, if Walmart was busier because it's Thanksgiving week.
Pay attention to that. Pay attention to what he just said. He said we're going to continue to prepare, right? And that's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention to this, man. Pay attention to how they talking when they talk about this type stuff, man. Continue to prepare for these type situations. Our tax dollars is paying for this stuff, man. Let's go.
Was that time
I don't know if they had any change in their shopping population or anything at that point.
Likely, right?
It's possible, definitely.
Obviously, you had a long gun. Walmart has readers. Did anybody call when they? I think it's probably still. I'm sure you check videotape. Did it steal the long gun?
Well, that's still part of the investigation process. We're going through to review all of that video, review the phone calls, talk to witnesses. The call that we had, the initial caller, like I said in my initial statement, saw him walk in with the gun. And then,
had it out. It wasn't right.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's crazy that when these situations happen, they quick to report it to spread fear, spread panic before they find anything out. I think it would be better to let us know about this stuff after they figured all that stuff out, which don't take long, right? They could have looked at the footage real quick before they went all these press conferences and spread it across international and national news. But they don't do that. Right? They don't do that. They, as soon as this come out, it's boom, mass shooting, Beaver Creek, mass shooter. Look at what's connected with that and the history that we've been having with this situation for specifically the past 10 years. Right? Tap in, walk with us, man.
You're investigating motivations. Your shooter is a white male. Are you able to say the ethnic background of your victims?
At this point, we're not going to release that. That's still part of, what the FBI is looking into as part of their investigation.
How far did he get into the store?
I'm sorry.
Can you talk about your training? You mentioned ongoing training for active shooters.
Let's go. Good question. Hey, that's a real good question by that lady. That's the question I would have asked. You said you're going to continue training. What does that training and practice consist of? That's the question to ask right there. That's a damn good question. Let's go.
Months, years, because this has been happening nationally.
Right. We have annual, what we basically call active threat training, to where we have instructors that will have a classroom portion of training in terms of tactics, techniques.
Pay attention to this, y'all. They prepare for this.
They respond to an active threat situation, and we run through scenarios where officers are actually
like this one right here,
clearing buildings, responding to the threat. Along with that, we also have a.
Now think about what he just said, y'all. Think about what this dude just said, man. Think about what he just said. Is this whole situation in Beaver Creek not a live action, real time practice situation? Y'all better pay attention to this stuff, man. Let's go.
Electronic scenario-based system to where officers can interact with this system. It's on a screen.
Listen to what he just said, y'all, man. Electronic oriented systems that create scenarios, man. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. Hold the hell on, man. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, man, right? They're using unintelligent artificial intelligence and allowing them to create predictive programming systems that predict crime, right? Based off of statistical data gathered over a course of time, various cities, various states, various countries, they can, the unintelligent artificial intelligence algorithms that they are manufacturing can pretty much predict, based off of this access to all this information and crunching the numbers, when and where certain crimes will happen. And the more of active shootings are made to happen, the more the unintelligent artificial intelligence can gather that information from to come up with solutions of how to best go about handling these situations. Understand what I'm saying to y'all, man. Y'all better understand this stuff. Let's go.
And
the smart
so
grid is
they
now
can
here,
look at
y'all.
areas in that and practice not just responding to a critical incident or a threat situation, but also working on de-escalation tactics and those types of things.
See?
How long is this for before we start shooting?
I do not know that yet. That's part of the investigation that they're putting the timeline together.
But they saw him coming in with the gun.
You're talking about a customer?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many agencies responded to this?
I don't have that number off the top of my head, but we had there was quite a few agencies from all over. In terms of Greene County, Montgomery County, we had support from everywhere locally. Agencies coming to help us with the scene and make sure everything was safe.
Why does it take so many different agencies to assist with something? Now, pay attention to that. Joint jurisdiction. This is slowly but surely getting rid of separate private policing agencies, and this is joining all the policing agencies under one system, under one entity. Pay attention what that means, y'all, man. Man, y'all better, man. Let's go, man. Smash that like button, click on subscribe to the page, man. Ain't nobody breaking this stuff down, man, on the internet like this, man. Not too many people, man. Tap in, walk with us, man.
Here. We see this video of this officer going in here. I mean, that's pretty intense. He has no idea what he's going to face. Looks like he's by himself.
You feel me?
Talk to us a little bit about what you see in that body cam.
I mean, that's a good way to describe it. You can feel the tension. You can feel the kind of the adrenaline going just as you're watching it. And in his case, it's magnify that exponentially. And there was another officer behind him that you didn't see, but there.
So it was another officer behind him that we didn't see.
The goal in that
Allegedly,
situation is to locate the threat as fast as possible. So at that point, and that goes back to our training and preparing them for that situation. Is as they go in there, it's a one-track mind to get to that threat. And then at that point, when they see him, he had already committed self-inflicted wound and he was deceased. Then it immediately goes into the fire department's assistance and clearing the scene and the evidence collection part of all of that investigation.
How long was he in the store shooting before police arrived?
I don't have that number at this point, that exact time frame. we're still looking into that to piece that all together.
Do you have witness statements indicating he said anything as he was in the store or walking into the store?
We have a lot of witness statements. Some of those we're still trying to compile all those. I don't know that specifically though.
Has Walmart told you when they will reopen their store and when will their employees be allowed to return?
I don't have that information.
What are their employees doing?
I couldn't answer. Yeah, I'm not sure what their procedure or how they're handling it on their end.
Crazy, man.
I mean, these kind of events happen, seemingly increasingly nationally. Would you say community response is what you want people should focus on more? I mean, if we're in this kind of situation and the police aren't responding in 4 minutes or 3 minutes, as is, you're at Beaver Creek in another city, what should people be doing?
Well, it goes back
Pay
to,
attention.
like I said, trying to do what you can to be aware of your surroundings.
See, this is what I'm saying, man. When I say these type of situations don't fall on the community, what I'm saying is this is why we pay taxes to the police, and this is their jobs to do all of this stuff. Now, you as an individual are definitely supposed to be aware of your surroundings, watch your back. If you're able to legally carry a pistol and you feel that's necessary for you to do, just make sure you do whatever is necessary for you to do. But as far as like investigations on, crime rings and all that crazy stuff, that's not what we're supposed to be doing, man. That's y'all's job. We're not supposed to be monitoring the internet, seeing if young radicalized white males are in the comment sections, being radicalized on the internet by some type of idealistic content or rhetoric. That's not our job to do. That's y'all's jobs to do. But I want y'all to pay attention to the underlying tones. They already said that they using unintelligent artificial intelligence to be able to predict where and when crime is going to happen. That's Minority Report shit. On top of that, now that they're saying that these officers are going into these situations, these active shooters, mass shooting situations, and they're very unsafe. They're very dangerous. These people have families that they got to get to. What is that going to lead to? The robot army. Pay attention how they're throwing this stuff at us. And they're going to basically trick us into begging them to give us robot police. I keep telling y'all that the robot army is here, man. You hear me? I think it's a game, man. They ain't playing no games, Jack. Right? They got the spot dogs. They got the joint in Chicago. In New York. You feel me? I don't think it's a game, huh? The robot army is here, man. All right. The robot army is here. You did. Let's go.
Always be vigilant, and know, I guess where you're going, what your activities might be. Unfortunately, there's never going to be an exact answer or a perfect solution to avoid a situation like that. It's just a matter of what you can do if it happens. How you can kind of think about to prepare yourself if it happens to get the safety.
Walmart already done reopened.
Call 911.
I done hollered at some of my people today. They said, yeah, that Walmart opened later on that day, I think, or the next day, something like that.
well, things like that. So you're mentally prepared if you find yourself in a situation like that.
Captain, this could be for you or the FBI. As you're looking into the background, shooter's background, any indications of potential concerns about mental health?
Like I said, we are collecting all of the information about the shooter and his background right now. Obviously, that's something that we're going to look into.
Do you know, were there any specific organizations he may have belonged to? Do you know where he worked? Any kind of information on him at this point?
Right now, we don't have any. I mean, we're collecting information. We don't have anything right now that we can share with the public.
So the shooter is 20 years old.
They don't have anything they can share.
From Wright State University. Is there any indication, not necessarily if he was a student there, but he had connections with the university?
We don't have any indications right now.
Just a couple more questions. I mean, it was a very quick response time. I definitely would like this person to commend you could please tell them responded. But what can you say went into? I know you walked me through the training, but that seems like a very quick time for him to be found at age 42 and coming in at age 37, I believe. That response time is very quick.
Well,
that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like, this happened very fast. The police made it there within 6 minutes. Really like 3. By the time the police got there, apparently, the whole entire Walmart had already been evacuated. Where was the ambulance? Where was the wounded people at? There 4 people that got shot. Why no footage of them? If y'all go look at that body cam footage, Walmart looked pretty empty to me for an active shooter situation that allegedly just took place, where 4 people allegedly got shot, and allegedly this person we seen on the ground by the eyeglass spot off themselves. It don't take 4 days to analyze the footage from Walmart. They gave us the body cam footage. Why not the footage from Walmart? Inside out Walmart and outside Walmart. It's all suspect to me, man. Let's go.
That we are proud of, and that's something that we try to, not just a situation like this, a critical incident, but in general, to respond to the citizens as quick as we can. In situations like this, obviously, it's critical to be able to try to deal with it as fast as possible. So that's something that we've always done. We pride ourselves on that, and officers are patrolling, constantly being prepared for something that may happen, regardless of the severity of it, so they can deal with it as quick as possible.
Captain, where were the victims? Where were they found? Were they able to walk out of the Walmart on their own volition, or did officers actually have to evacuate them? And where were they found in the Walmart? Because you said they were all of them.
Most of the victims, we don't know exactly where they were struck in the store physically. I do know that one patient self-transported to the hospital. One patient was taken to a hospital by...
Whoa. So you mean to tell me Benjamin ran up in here shooting, blamed somebody, and one of the people who got blamed got up out of the Walmart and drove themselves to the hospital? Come on, man.
And I believe there was a second one that transported by medic, but I can't be certain at this point. I'm trying to remember those specific details.
How do they not know this?
Walmart were they found? In the grocery department or?
All over, different spots. I know of one victim specifically that was towards the back of the store in the grocery section, but outside of that, I'm not sure exactly where they were all
And
located.
were they all taken to Soin or were some taken to the Valley and downtown?
Chief, can you help with that?
Two to Soin, one to Miami Valley, Beaver Creek, later flown to Valley downtown.
Correct me if I'm wrong, was the suspect found in the vision center of the Walmart? It's what it looks like in the body cam.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes, was it probably before?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, question for you. What should be done about the Walmart? It seems to be a troubled spot. I mean, I know it's not its fault, but it seems to be a spot where things seem to happen quite a bit. Is the city planning anything to try and rectify that, or is there a way to do anything?
All I'll state today is that I'm sure the city will be talking with Walmart and seeing what can be improved, if anything. But I do want to go on and say that for today, we'd like to close the session, and all subsequent information will get out just as soon as it's available, and there'll be future press releases. So thank you very much for joining.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Right. The robot army is here. Y'all need to start looking at companies like Boston Dynamics, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin. Right. So now we just wait for more information for this situation. We got Benjamin Jones, right? Allegedly, I'm strong on the alleged. I'm emphasizing on the allegedly because we don't know. I don't believe these people. I don't believe Benjamin Jones did this right off the top just because they telling me. I got questions. Lots of questions, as y'all see. All right? Now, mind you, out here in Beaver Creek in Dayton is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Right? Now, that don't have to mean anything, and it, you know, it might not, but just something to think about. Right? I don't believe it. I ain't buying it. Flat out. Who is Benjamin Jones? All right. Listen to the rest of this. I'll be right back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Praying for all the victims in this terrible tragedy. It looks like the situation could have been a lot worse. I can tell you, man, watching that police, they're heroes, right? That hero, that officer, whoever there was in the body cam, going up there, you can hear the intense. It was like really like heart pumping right there, man. And I can't imagine what these law enforcement go through when they're arriving to the scene in these situations, right? Not knowing what's going on, not knowing if there's perpetrator or perpetrators, and not knowing where the shooter is. And it's wild, man. You remember these officers, man. Sometimes you can say they don't get paid enough because this is what they get paid for, to de-escalate and eliminate the threat. Walmart, a place that I actually shop at. I was at Walmart today. But we're getting into times where you can't even shop at Walmart. You know, matter of fact, case in point, I was looking up, and when I thought of the Walmart, I remember that major mass shooting down there in El Paso at the Walmart. Remember 2019, I'm looking on my screen. A man walked in, a gunman, Patrick Wood Crucis, and he killed 23 people. 23 people in the Walmart. And then there was another one exactly 1 year ago, around today or yesterday, or it's actually in Virginia. A guy named Andre Marcus Bing killed 6 co-workers.
Sheesh.
And then himself inside a Walmart supercenter in Chesapeake, Virginia.
What's going on with Walmart,
right
man?
there.
What's going on with Walmart, man? Why all this stuff be happening at Walmart, man? Y'all don't think that's something that we should be questioning? What's going on with Wally World, man? Why you dudes running up in Walmart shooting shit, man? No, let's go.
3. Now, at Walmart. Wild stuff, man. And supposedly this guy just walked in and, you know, you don't want to think about this. And I hear I see mixed opinions in the comments. Some people are saying, I'm not going to let this deter me. You know, I'm strapped, or, you know, I'm not going to let fear overtake me.
Right.
And I'll continue to go to these places. And others are saying that they don't want to go to these places anymore. Right. They'll rather do online shopping.
That's what all this is about.
One thing that was interesting about the press conference also, lack of information about the guy.
That's what this is all about, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to the underlying issues with this, right? Oh, they don't want us. I'm scared to go to Walmart. Online shopping, right? That way they can keep more track, right, of what you order, what you eat. Y'all better understand where this stuff is going, man. Y'all better understand where this stuff is leading, man. Go to Instacart. Go order off of Walmart online. You know, off Kroger. Wherever you at, Publix, whatever it is, Hen in the Basket, whatever it is, right? Giant Eagle, whatever. Right? Piggly Wiggly, whatever it is, man. You feel me? Tap in, y'all, man. Look at what's going on. This is what I said. We being preemptively programmed on many levels, and we don't even realize it. We scared to go to Walmart because all these Walmarts is, you know, people just running up in Walmart shooting shit. Let's just order our groceries online. An easier way to track and trace what we eat, how we buy, what we buy, when we buy. Y'all better understand this stuff. I told y'all the smart grid is here, man. Let's go.
Who is he? Like Benjamin Charles Jones. Look, like I don't even have a photograph of him at this time. No one's circulating nothing. He's 20 years old. Not a lot of information that they revealed about him. Like nothing. Like
that's what I'm saying. They got all this other information, but they come on, man. These people they got access to all types of tech, all types of technology. They got satellites that can read your license plates from outer states, and they can't find out who the hell Benjamin Charles Jones is, man. What organizations, if any, he's a part of, who's his mommy and who his daddy is, his medical records, all of this stuff. All of this stuff should be ready accessible. But pay attention to how feigning the ignorance of not having access to this information is going to be used to trick us into giving up our freedom in exchange for a false sense of security in order them to easier gather that information. Y'all got to be able to peep the play, man. Let's go.
I guess he has family in the Dayton area. I tried to look them up through the databases. I couldn't find something. Sometimes when they're 20 years old and young like that, it's hard to find them in the database.
Yeah.
It's hard. But how does this keep happening? And the situation seems like it could have been much, much worse.
Yeah.
Just the other day.
Yeah.
We were talking about the guy up there at the hospital in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. Y'all heard about that?
The officer came in and took that threat out, but that situation could have been a lot worse than it is. And here's the thing is, these situations, this might be buried in the headlines in the next day. And we might never hear about this again. But this could have been much, 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 much worse.
Right.
Somebody put in a comment that the Walmart's already back open.
Already open.
Like back in business.
So
Clean up aisles.
I hollered at my peoples from Dayton, one of my homies, man. He said they opened up that store. I think the next day it was open. You hear me? This is BEAVERCREEK now, y'all. Y'all do your research, man. This is where Wright State University is at, man. BEAVERCREEK, Fairborn, Dayton, all that stuff is in the same area.
Up the Vision Center aisle, clean it up. and back to business, commerce. We got to make money. Walmart's like, we got to make money and open back up in the next day. That's kind of crazy if they did that. And police releasing the crime scene so quickly. You know?
Releasing the crime scene so quickly, but they didn't show us no footage of them acquire, or should I say, of them coming upon the so-called alleged victims, the 4 people who were shot. How come we didn't see no footage of that? And like I said, it's been 4 days now. Why is Walmart not showing us the footage from the store? Outside, inside, of this guy coming in the store, him starting to shoot in the store, people being shot on camera in the store after he left or after he allegedly offed himself. That's not being shown. That footage, if he offed himself inside of Walmart, that is on camera. If it's 2 people who allegedly left, who took themselves to the hospital, where's the footage of them leaving the store shot? Where's the footage of them getting in their cars and leaving? I want you to understand, whenever you go to a Walmart, soon as you step on Walmart's property, you are on camera. I promise you, you are. Make no mistake about it. Soon as you go to a Walmart and step in and drive up to a Walmart parking lot, and you're about to park and go in, you are on camera. When you are walking into the Walmart, you are in camera. Soon as you coming into the Walmart, you are in camera. All while you're in Walmart, you're on camera. When you leave, you're on camera. When you get in your car, you're on camera. You are on camera literally the entire time you go to Walmart. And if you don't believe it, assume it anyway. Let's go.
What's your thoughts? Or are we just in this era where these things happen and we just forget about
Accept them like it's normal?
We didn't even talk about the mass shooting that happened at the Dollar General.
Right.
With Dollar General in Jacksonville.
Y'all heard about that?
To go. Remember I was out there at the crime scene? That's long and forgotten. The guy that did the hate crime. Long and forgotten. What about the guy up in Buffalo that walked into the store? I don't even know the guy's name anymore.
What is his name? What was dude's name?
You might remember if you're a victim and in the community, but on a national level, we forget about these things.
Forget about what happened in Buffalo.
Because there's so many of them. They just keep coming. Back to back. What's the solution to stop this? Can you even stop
it? Crazy,
metal
man.
detectors, gun control. I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Because there's, people don't want to live in a restricted society too. And, there's arguments about gun control and responsibility of having firearms and the people's Second Amendment rights. So what do you do? What do you do? Or you just have to take that risk. It's a community that apparently I was reading, there was all kinds of stuff that was going on at that Walmart in the past, another shooting in the past, and I read something else.
I remember not too long ago.
I forget it offhand. What do we do in this situation? What's the solution?
And listen here, y'all. Beaver Creek ain't like no hood. Beaver Creek ain't like an area. You understand me? And I want y'all to understand this, man. Beaver Creek ain't no area where a lot of black folks is at, man. It's not a high crime area. It's a suburb of Dayton, right? Beaver Creek is where Rice State University is at. Beaver Creek is in a nice area, right? It's like I said, it's a suburb of Dayton, not a high crime area, but all of a sudden out of the blue over here recent years, it's been, sudden waves of things happening out there. Why? Right? Tap in, walk with us, man. Listen, man, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, man. And I'll keep telling y'all, man, question everything, man. Don't believe nothing these people telling you on this internet, man, on this news. So-called mainstream media, lamestream media is what I call it. You feel me? You know, we're going to be going in later on tonight. I'm about to make the post for it right now. We get done with this show, man. Me and King Els, y'all know how we do it, man. Friday night wrap up, E&E Friday night wrap up, where we discuss this week's current events, trending topics, all while we listen to classic, current, and exclusive E&E music. Open panel all night long. Everybody's welcome to tap in, speak your piece, speak your voice, and opinion or whatever. We're gonna be talking about everything, man. We're gonna be talking about everything this week. Tap in, walk with us, man. We're gonna bring this probably up again too, you know. And everybody's welcome, man. Support the page, man. Support the situation, man. You know what I mean? We monetize over here, so make it do what it do. You did. We appreciate all the support. I know I do. Shout out to King L, shout out to Glitch, shout out to everybody, the whole E&E fam. We about to start bringing those live listening parties back for y'all on Saturday evenings. You know what I'm talking about? We about to bring y'all the visuals to the music and all of that, the merch. It's a beautiful thing, man. Tap in, walk with us, man. I'm about to put together exclusive perks for members who join the page. I know I've been kind of lackadaisical on that, and I apologize, y'all, but, you know, I got a lot of things going on, and I just, you know what I'm saying, I get to a point to where I can have some time to sit and really just organize and spend some time on really getting everything focused and right as far as business right and the professional, you know what I'm saying? We about to get the lights and we about to get the graphics and all of that popping over here for y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure when we bring y'all this content, we do it in a professional way, you know what I'm saying? So we can be on the same level as the mainstream media. If we want to bring content at the level that the mainstream media do, we got to do the same thing they do, man, to some extent, that level of professionalism. So shout out to O'Shea when he say you got to reinvest back in the business, and that's a very, very true thing. So, you know what I'm saying, appreciate all the support. Appreciate everybody tapping in, you know what I'm saying. I do this for y'all, man, you know what I'm talking about. This is something that's happening in my state, you know what I'm saying, right outside of my city, you know what I'm saying. Dayton is like, what, 45 minutes to an hour away. You know what I'm saying? Beaver Creek is just that much closer. You know what I'm talking about? The situation with these, you know, these mind effing psyops, you know, pushing this HR 1955. I'm going to be on it. Every time I see it, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to connect the dots. So when y'all see this stuff, y'all can connect the dots too. And don't be so easily drawn in thinking that this is what it ain't, when it's something that's being used to, you know what I'm saying, manipulate our perception of what we actually being told to believe about these situations. Like, remember, man, they ain't telling us nothing about this Benjamin dude. He's 20 years young. He got a Facebook. He has social engineering, I'm pretty sure. It ain't hard to do a digital profile on this guy yet, which means it wouldn't be hard for to find out things actually about his life, his mental health records, his physical health records, who his parents is, where he worked at, if he got a job, where did he go to school. All of this stuff is stuff that could have been found out thoroughly by now. It's been 4 days, going on 5 days. Don't underestimate the ability of these policing agencies, especially on the local side. They have access to a lot of different tools that they can use to gain and gather information. They have liaisons with clearly the FBI and the ATF in Beaver Creek and Dayton. So the fact that they got connections with the alphabet gangs lets you know that they know way more than what they telling us. The question is, why are they bird feeding us information? Who is Benjamin Charles Jones? Who is Mama is? Who his daddy is? Who they connected to? What's going on in Beaver Creek? What's going on in Dayton? Right? Y'all got to do y'all due diligence and be able to connect the dots to see what's going on, man. That's what I be talking about. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. We about to get up out of here, man. We'll see y'all later on the night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Uncle Diggity, Lance Parker, Mr. O, my Joe from Chicago. You understand me? XL Pro. Everybody else tapping in them clit owls. You know what I'm talking about? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page on your way up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? Share on your social engineering. Tell all your friends and family, loved ones, man. Hey, go subscribe to my brother Virgil Berry on YouTube. Type my name in, Virgil Berry, man, and subscribe to the page. Click the all button to get all the notifications. Click on the bell. You did. We play our own music over here, too. Let's go, man.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You really adopted the dark. I was born in it. bewildered by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blindness. Victory has defeated you.
Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on a loss. Everybody wanna taste of this Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on a loss. Everybody wanna taste of this Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false.
I used to be stacks with the packs, now I'm stacks with the facts. Now I drop knowledge, used to cook straight, drop crack. E&E, coronavirus to take over. CW elite, brethren, the wait's over, right? Y'all be addicted to the limelight, mediocre balls, knowing that y'all don't rhyme right. You fake woke niggas need to get your mind right. Stupid ass niggas, y'all bringing guns to a mind fight. Now let me slow it down so I can talk to you. I'm never letting up. If that's your thought, screw you. I hypnotize the track like a nigga practice voodoo. Voice of God, Crimson Mist, Tootsies and Hootus. The rap game is in the abyss I can easily swim through. I'm like the Gordon Fisherman and you rappers is seafood. Grand champion, this bitch, you should call me your seafood. Make sure my energy is up cause the devil's deceitful. And everything that we see and sing ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream. And everything that we see and sing ain't nothing but a dream inside of another dream.
Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of the Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false. Gotta know your next move when you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste this Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false. Throw them all on the boat, start shipping them off. E&E, get gratuity for tipping them off. Find them in the West Wing, start clipping them off. Let stacks hold them up while I finish them off. I'm so nauseous, man, I'm sick by the thought. That Ocean 6, that Bellagio vault. Man, we killing everything like a British assault. And if they sick of these kids, we the illest of dogs. All these hating cats is fraud, filled with jealousy. Another beat murder, they charging me with accessory. Want to cook, got the ingredients and the recipe. Pardon me, I'm still smoking on hydrotherapy. Literally, still getting paper with the printer off. Y'all still don't got no bark, that's a winner's off. So fuck y'all, get a permanent flick off. Don't speak to me for less than $250, that's a rip off. Know your next move before you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of this Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false. Gotta know your next move before you speak to a boss. Gotta respect the dead when you speak on the law. Everybody wanna taste of this Ian sauce. When stacks got the facts, you don't hear nothing false.
But I, being poor, have only my dreams. I've spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. I assume you dream.